NBCUniversal's surprising plan for a new cable sports network. What you need to know. In a move that defies industry logic, NBCUniversal is considering a shocking return to cable sports, just 4 years after abandoning its previous network. But here's where it gets controversial. This gamble comes as traditional TV collapses and streaming dominates. According to the Wall Street Journal, NBCU is exploring a new cable sports channel that would primarily rebroadcast games already streaming on Peacock, its struggling platform. The network could launch this fall alongside NBC's $2.5 billion per year NBA deal, its first basketball partnership since the iconic Michael Jordan era. Wait, didn't NBCUniversal just spin off its cable networks into a new company called Versant? And why double down on cable when 44 million US households have cut the cord since 2010? Streaming now accounts for nearly 45% of TV usage, surpassing cable and broadcast combined. Yet NBC seems determined to resurrect its 1990s sports glory, even bringing back John Tesh's nostalgic round ball rock theme music. Here's the twist. The proposed network wouldn't compete with ESPN or FS1 in standard cable packages. Instead, it'd target skinny bundles, cheaper customizable channel lineups appealing to viewers who still cling to cable. This hybrid strategy lets NBCU squeeze extra revenue from its existing Peacock sports, NBA, NFL Sunday Night Football, golf, while placating cable loyalists. But here's the problem. Peacock only has 41 million subscribers, far behind rivals, and just raised prices. Former Fox Sports executive Bob Thompson bluntly tweeted, "Peacock doesn't have enough exclusive sports rights to properly program a linear network." Another expert, Patrick Crakes, argues this isn't about streaming grade but milking cable holdouts. It's a pay TV product for people stubborn about leaving the bundle. And this is the part most people miss. NBCU isn't just reviving cable, it's betting on sports to save both streaming and traditional TV. With live sports still drawing massive linear audiences, the company hopes to monetize games across platforms. But can a reheated cable channel survive in 2021? Remember, NBCSN died in 2021 due to low ratings. Now we want to hear from you. Is NBCUniversal making a savvy pivot or clinging to a dying business model? Should media companies invest in cable while chasing streaming growth? And will nostalgic touches like Michael Jordan's involvement actually lure viewers back? Drop your take in the comments, especially if you're among the 70 million Americans still paying for cable. NBCUniversal considers new cable channel for Peacock sports content. Imagine this. NBCUniversal, the media giant that closed down NBC Sports Network in 2021, is now pondering the launch of a new cable channel dedicated to sports. This channel would feature content already available on their streaming service Peacock. But here's where it gets controversial. The idea is still in the discussion phase and hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's a move that could shake up the sports broadcasting landscape. The timing is crucial, as the TV industry is becoming increasingly focused on sports content. The Wall Street Journal first broke the news, suggesting that this new channel could debut as early as this fall. This aligns perfectly with NBCUniversal's upcoming 11-year rights deal with the NBA, some of which will be broadcast on Peacock. While Peacock has gained traction by highlighting sports, it has also faced criticism for locking up exclusive rights to major events like NFL football, Premier League soccer, and the Olympics. And this is the part most people miss. Peacock recently increased its monthly price by a significant $3, making it the most expensive ad-supported streaming service at $10.99. The shift towards streaming has left traditional cable bundles in disarray, prompting sports giants like ESPN and Fox to introduce their own streaming services by 2025. NBCUniversal's potential move to launch a new cable channel seems counterintuitive, but it reflects the reality that sports fans are navigating a complex landscape of streaming options and new players like Roku, Netflix, and YouTube. The goal of this new cable channel would be to provide flexibility, allowing fans to watch games, whether they subscribe to traditional pay TV or direct-to-consumer streaming. This move also comes as NBCUniversal and other cable network programmers are restructuring their portfolios. Comcast, for instance, is spinning off Versant, which will house NBCUniversal's cable networks apart from Bravo. Similarly, Warner Bros. Discovery and APL Fox Global Media are making strategic moves, though their plans do not specifically involve sports. The Wall Street Journal notes that it's unclear where this new channel would fit within the packages offered by pay TV providers. Historically, the tiering of sports channels has been the point of contention for customers, often due to the high costs associated with these packages. Pure streaming deals for sports are still relatively rare, with YouTube set to carry its first NFL game this fall. Even groundbreaking deals like Apple's partnership with Major League Soccer, which brought MLS games to Apple TV, this were accompanied by traditional linear deals with Fox. So, what do you think? Is this a smart move by NBCUniversal, or is it a step backward in the era of streaming? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Is NBCU bringing sports back to cable? Comcast's streaming store explained. Are NBCUniversal and Comcast reviving sports on cable and introducing Steam Store, a streaming hub with hundreds of options? In a surprising twist, NBCUniversal and Comcast are reportedly considering the launch of a new NBC sports network on cable, a move that seems counterintuitive in the age of streaming. However, this strategy makes sense when you consider the unique value of live sports for advertisers targeting affluent and educated audiences. Unlike other forms of content, live sports remain a stronghold where advertisers can effectively reach their desired demographic, as viewers often tolerate ads during these events as a break from the action. Why this matters? We're living in an era where many consumers, particularly those who are well off and well educated, have adopted ad blocking strategies across various platforms. For these viewers, live sports on cable represent one of the last bastions where traditional advertising can still make an impact. This is especially true in the US, where sports broadcasts are less cluttered with ads compared to international counterparts. By reintroducing a sports-focused cable network, NBCUniversal can cater to die-hard sports fans who still rely on cable for comprehensive coverage. This move not only boosts viewership numbers, but also allows NBC to charge higher advertising rates, creating a win-win situation. What to do next? For NBCUniversal, moving forward with this cable sports network could be a strategic goldmine. It not only appeals to loyal sports fans, but also enhances the company's bargaining power with cable providers. Advertisers looking to reach a premium audience should consider investing in live sports sponsorships, as these opportunities remain scarce in the digital landscape. Meanwhile, Comcast's recent launch of Steam Store, a platform that aggregates over 450 streaming services, including 100 niche subscriptions, signals a shift towards meeting consumers where they are. Steam Store offers a user-friendly interface and the convenience of bundled subscriptions, addressing common frustrations with the current streaming ecosystem. The proliferation of niche streaming services within Steam Store highlights the growing demand for specialized content. These services, often with passionate fan bases, represent a significant segment of the market that traditional broadcasters and larger streaming platforms might overlook. In conclusion, both NBCUniversal's potential cable sports network and Comcast's Steam Store demonstrate a willingness to adapt to changing consumer preferences. By offering targeted content and streamlined experiences, these initiatives have the potential to redefine how we consume sports and entertainment in the digital age.